Welcome back to First Horizons GreeneSportsZone, and welcome back to the interview. This time it's the interview with Caden Baugh, VMI's newest quarterback recruit. This is the interview where we cover every major Division I signing here in Greene County, out here in beautiful Burley Stadium with Caden Baugh. Caden, how's it going, man?
Doing well. How you doing?
I'm doing well. It would be nice if that cloud above us would cover up the sun again, because it's a nice and hot day out here today. But glad to be out here, glad to be able to sit down with you one last time before you leave for VMI here in about a week. So as you wind down your time here before you cross the border into Lexington, Virginia, how are you feeling at the moment?
You know, I feel great. You know, I've had a good summer, been working out still, training, you know, and I'm ready to get up there.
And just tell us about what you're most excited for when you step on campus at VMI. I know you've got a lot of things outside of football, you know, the moving in process, financial advisors, meetings, and everything like that. But out of the football aspect of things, what are you most excited for when you land on campus?
I'm just excited to start a new path. You know, it's something new, you know, taking the next step to what my life will be. You know, I'm most excited about that, you know, and it's, you know, it can be nerve-wracking, but I'm just looking at it as another opportunity. You know, I'm just happy for that.
And let's talk about VMI a little bit more in depth. We did your Celebrating Success interview in February, around the time when you and 4 other teammates signed to extend your collegiate careers. And I want to ask some of those same questions and go in depth a little bit more. I don't think I asked you about the recruitment process outside of VMI. Were there any other schools in the mix? Was it solely VMI? What was your entire recruitment process like in your high school career?
So it was exhausting is what it was. You know, I had a few opportunities up north, Ohio, Indiana, that area, Kentucky, and but you know, I really wanted to go military. You know, Army recruited me for a while, and they backed off, and I respect that. You know, it's just they have to do what they have to do, and you know, just coming back, and then Coach Ingram leaving Carson Newman. I mean, I like Carson Newman a lot due to Coach Ingram, and he went to VMI, and it worked out perfectly.
What were some of the most memorable moments during your recruiting process? I know you said you spoke to a lot of schools, a lot of different coaches. What were some of those memorable moments?
Really the travel, you know, traveling with my grandfather and my dad, you know, that was being in a car. I mean, one time we were in a car for 5 days going to 2 different schools. You know, it's fun just to be able to have fun, drive to different places, see big cities. You know, it's different, but it's fun.
I know you said you wanted to go to a military institute, so was that the main sole reason that you chose VMI?
That was a big reason, yeah, you know, because of Army, and I got me a taste of it, you know, and Cade, who's one of my idols, you know, he went to Army, and but Coach Ingram was the biggest one. You know, I fell in love with Coach Ingram at Carson Newman, and him going to VMI just made that even better.
And how do you feel like you fit in at VMI, looking at their offensive scheme? How do you feel like you fit in there at the school?
You know, with the triple option, I like to run the football while I play my game. So, you know, they're full triple option, you know, get to make a read, you know, and play fun ball. You know, you just make different decisions. You got 3 decisions on one play. You know, it could be really entertaining.
What do you like so much about the triple option right there? Because for some that can be sort of intimidating, having to make so many decisions in such a short amount of time. What is it about that triple option that you enjoy so much?
Well, I think especially now is it's kind of a dead offense. You know, not many people run it, and to be able to do it and learn it by 2 really good coaches who've done it for 20+ years, you know, it's going to be really entertaining.
And do you get to block some in triple option?
I could, yeah. You know, just that's Coach Ingram's motto: just get after it. I don't care what position you are. You know, just go and get after it, and we'll win ball games.
Do you like blocking? I don't know if I've ever asked a quarterback that.
I mean, I'll do it. I mean, it depends on the game. It really does. You know, I'm gonna help my teammates however I can. If I got to block, I'll block.
Obviously, as a quarterback and just as a football player, you like hitting people.
Oh yeah.
So I figured blocking, it can be fun, but as a quarterback, you know, you like to have the ball in your hands or see your running back take off with it. But going into some other conversations outside of football itself, what are you looking forward to on campus, just outside of football and just VMI as a school itself?
You know, it's a great education. You know, it's a really high, I think it's the #2 public school in the United States. So, you know, you're going to get a great education along with military aspect, you know, training and, you know, getting you prepared for that next step if you go military.
And looking at the academic side of things, I think you mentioned a couple months ago that you were looking to get into dentistry.
Yeah.
Was that correct?
Yeah.
So what's your background in dentistry, and what is your desire to become a dentist one day?
You know, I have a few family members that are not really dentists, but doctors, you know, and I just wanted to be the one to be the dentist, you know, something different, you know, to start my own path.
And talk about the education that you can receive at VMI through dentistry. I think you mentioned that your schooling is potentially paid for through VMI?
So I call commission as a captain in the military, and they'll take care of my dentistry school.
And let's go back into football one last time before we wrap up the first part of this too. I know that you'll be entering the SoCon. For some that don't know, it's the Southern Conference called the SoCon around here in the area. But a lot of great Greenville alumni that have played on this very turf right here have went on to play in the SoCon. I think you'll be playing against some former teammates also throughout your time at VMI. So how cool is it knowing that you'll be stepping into the college level, being able to rekindle some of those friendships before or after the games with some of your former teammates?
Yeah, it'll be awesome. There's a couple, I spent a lot of time with. We're here at Greenville, we're close. That's why we're a good team every year. And, that just shows you what kind of place this is. A bunch of people in that conference is a good conference too. It's competitive, and it's going to be awesome to experience that.
And the good news is too, you'll stay around the area, so we
yeah.
get to see you a lot, whether you just go across the state line to VMI or whether you want to go to Chattanooga or ETSU. You've got multiple opportunities to see Caden Baugh play. But last question I think I have too is the most challenging part for some going into the collegiate level is a lot of times you go from the top to the bottom of a depth chart. When you go into VMI knowing that you're not automatically given that starting quarterback role, what is that mindset of having to go in there and prove yourself and deliver to the coaching staff?
Just going to compete. I'm not scared to compete. We've had some Zoom meetings with the coaches at VMI, and I told them, I'm ready to come in and work. I know I'm not going to be the starter or nothing like that, but I'm going to push the guys in front of me, make them better. And if they don't want to do that, I'll just take their spot. That's how I am. Just go in there, compete, and be the best teammate I can.
And you've made a lot of memorable moments here on this turf here at Burley Stadium. We'll talk about all those in the back half of the interview, but first we need to go ahead and get a word in from our loyal sponsors first. So thank you to them for sponsoring us here at First Horizon GreeneSportsZone. We'll be right back after a message from them.
Introducing the Ultra Compact Daikin Fit, a revolutionary HVAC system for ducted homes. It's the perfect fit for zero lot line homes. In fact, the Daikin Fit can be installed almost anywhere. Reimagine your indoor comfort. See the difference. Feel the benefits. Daikin Fit.
Family owned, community loved. More than ink and paper, it's precision. Performance. And pride in every project. Always on time, expertly equipped, locally owned. And something new is on the way. Ready for your next big project? Artistic Printers, where quality meets creativity.
Hey folks, it's Gateway Ford in Greenville. Right now, everyone gets Ford employee pricing. The same deal Ford employees get. No games, no negotiation. Save maximum green in Greenville today at Gateway Ford on Highway 11 East or at gatewayfordgreenville.com. Save some green in Greenville at Gateway Nissan, carrying on a 55-year tradition of doing business your way. Save thousands on Sentra, Rogue, Frontier, and more. Take the short drive to Gateway Nissan in Greenville or online at gatewaynissangreenville.com.
At Marathon Quick Stop Markets, you'll find a company that realizes that our customers are our biggest assets. We are a locally owned company, proud to serve our community. So we do everything with you in mind. We clean and sanitize our stores, provide a well-lit, monitored area to keep you and your family safe. You can always expect a friendly staff and a large selection of products with weekly specials. Stop in at a nearby Marathon Quick Stop Market today.
Ready for a game changer? Say goodbye to costly lash extensions and fussy false lashes. Merle Norman Cosmetics has launched the formula you've been waiting for, Lash Extension Tubing Mascara. Wrap your lashes in 360-degree tubing technology for your longest, most defined and separated lashes yet. This buildable formula won't flake, smudge, or transfer. Available in long-wearing rich black and a high-trending rich cocoa brown. Lash Extension Tubing Mascara and other new essentials are available now at Merle Norman Greenville and Eastgate Shopping Center.
Welcome back to First Horizons Green Sports Zone, and welcome back to the interview. This time the interview with Caden Baugh, VMI's newest quarterback commit. This is the interview where we cover every major Division I athlete signing here in Greene County. And let's talk about some of your favorite moments here on the turf at Burley Stadium. I mean, you've made a huge impact here at Greenville High School, not only in the football program, but at Greenville High School itself. So we'll just start with the big question that I usually do last. I mean, what does your time here at Greenville High School meant to you?
Yeah, it's been everything, you know, like I said, just being around this place since I was probably 3, coming to practice with my dad and seeing the amount of players, good players I've seen come through here, you know, and that kind of installed the attitude I have, you know, seeing good teams coming here and work every day, you know, and that just carried that on.
And I know you mentioned your dad, and that was where I was going to go next. You kind of carry on the Baugh family legacy. Your dad was a Mr. Football finalist, along with you as a Mr. Football finalist, becoming the first father-son duo in Greenville history to do so. And you end up winning Mr. Football and bringing that trophy to the family, adding on to not only the legacy, but just the stats and the yards and touchdowns and the wins, everything that both of you have brought here to Greenville High School. How much does it mean towards you to be able to continue that Baugh family legacy?
You know, it means everything. You know, it's how good my dad played here when he was here, you know, and, you know, just kind of the one up him down at Mr. Football, that was nice. But, you know, he had a great career here, and also my grandfather, he played here too.
Right.
Yeah, and, you know, to just carry on that legacy, you know, hopefully my kids, you know, be able to carry that on too.
Did you hand the Mr. Football trophy to both of them so they could know what it felt
Oh,
like?
yeah, I definitely did. Yeah, as soon as I saw them. I didn't see them for like an hour and a half after it, but I was just waiting to do that right there.
And let's talk about some of your favorite moments here at Greenville also. I mean, you've had a lot of a lot of memorable games here, a lot of memorable single moments. What have been some of your favorite moments and memories that you've had here at Greenville?
I don't know, just the big games here, playoff games here with my teammates. You know, winning those big games here. You know, we played in multiple of them here. You know, when it gets cold outside here at Burley, playoff time, it's a different type of feeling, you know. And just be able to play big games with my teammates, you know, and come in here and win and play as a team. That's what this year, you know, we played, I feel like, a really good team. You know, were we better than some teams? Probably not, but we played as a team. That's what made us just as good.
What have been some of your favorite accomplishments here? We spoke about Mr. Football, but you look at everything else that's included, the amount of wins, the amount of playoff wins, the high caliber teams that you've competed against and beat. What have been some of your favorite accomplishments that you've accomplished here at Greenville?
Honestly, my favorite one was being a weight room All-American. You know, that's one that's not really seen, but, you know, just that one was a big one because I took it upon myself to be better in the weight room. And not only make myself better, but make everybody else better by pushing in the weight room, getting stronger, you know, and faster, and that was a big one for me.
And who are some of the coaches that have helped shape you into the player? I know I asked you this exact question at your Celebrating Success interview, but I still want to ask because it's just obviously a great thing to be able to thank those coaches for helping you shape into the player you are today. Who are some of those coaches that have helped create who you are?
Well, obviously my dad and my grandfather, you know, my family being here, you know, they try to, you know, do their own thing, and you know, I was one of the players. I wasn't their grandfather or their grandson or son, you know, just being one of the players. And also Coach Bradley, you know, I've been around him my whole life. Coach Hansel, Coach Harris, the whole coaching staff, you know, and being around them my whole life, you know, just we knew how to work together, you know, and that's what made us even better.
How long have you played football for?
Since my first football game I was 5, so 14 years now.
14 years, yeah. Wow. It's crazy.
A lot of games.
And it continues.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations, man. Best of luck up there at VMI. You leave, I guess, in 9 days?
Yeah.
The 21st?
Yeah.
All right, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Best of luck up there in the SoCon in Virginia. Once again, this is the interview with VMI's newest quarterback commit, Caden Baugh, Greenville High School legend, and 4A Mr. Football winner. So that's it. That's all we've got for this edition of the interview. Thank you all for watching here on First Horizons Green Sports Zone.